Welcome to our meteorology segment. Spring is almost over, folks. We've only got 8 days left. What are you doing with the final week plus one of your spring? Let us know in the comments. Here at the Smash News Network, least busted name in news, we are interested in your activities. It looks like clear skies over most of Australia as we look at the jet streams over the eastern world. While we're here, let's look at surface winds like sands through the hourglass of time. These are the surface winds. We've got a decent low here off the coast of Japan and one directly south of Western Australia. Continuing on to the surface winds of the Americas. We've got some windy conditions in the center of the country there, some south to north straight line winds there over places like Texas and Oklahoma. How about the jet streams? There you go. Cold air being injected from the Canadian Great Lakes regions into eastern Pennsylvania where we're located, making for some cold times as summer approaches. Here are the jet streams of the European and African region of the planet. We've got some backward jet streams here over the Sahara. Let's see if it's kicking up any dust. First, the surface winds. There are the surface winds. And let's check the DUEX here. So particulates, the DUEX, and indeed we have some Saharan dust here blowing across the Atlantic Ocean. You can see some great imagery of that as it fertilizes the Caribbean. Yes. Saharan dust there crossing the Atlantic Ocean. One of the many features that you can view on nullschool.net's Earth Wind Map. Next, our weather.gov map, and we've got some winter storm warnings here in western Montana and some flood watches over large portions of Idaho, Montana, Washington, Oregon. Hydrologic output over most of Wyoming as snow finally melts. Gale warnings at Hawaii and Alaska. If your county is lit, click your county at weather.gov. Heat advisories in the central portion of the country there, around the Mississippi Valley. Excessive heat warnings over southern Illinois, western Kentucky, eastern Missouri, shown up as those dark magenta-colored regions there. If your county's lit, click your county at weather.gov. Here's your lightning mapper, and a ton of lightning here around Central America once again. Let's take a look at a real-time lightning map briefly here at lightningmaps.org. And it looks like Minneapolis may be in the crosshairs here. There's a significant cell here to your southwest. See some major lightning there making its way toward Minneapolis. And we'll zoom out to show the global lightning map. There you go. Give that a minute to populate. Lots of lightning happening at the moment. Eastern Europe and the Middle East also seeing significant thunderstorms. Next, the water vapor environment over the Pacific Ocean. Since the Americas weather largely comes from the Pacific Ocean, Earth's largest body of water and largest surface heat sink, it stores a lot of heat. That Pacific Ocean, there's what's going on in terms of water vapor above it. I just wanted to show the temperature anomaly forecast here based on the GFS model for the next 72 hours. That's the entire northern hemisphere. If you're worried about Greenland melting, well, it's been anomalously cold on the entire eastern coast here. By the way, Greenland typically has about, 10 feet of snow from nearly coast to coast all summer long. If you're worried about Greenland melting, it's nowhere near melting. And we do have a lot of anomalously warm temperatures here over portions of the northern hemisphere, as you can see. Some very anomalously cold temperatures there over the northwestern U.S. Also some snow falling. Here's just the U.S. map It's the same GFS 72-hour run. Keep in mind this is in Celsius degrees, so those pink areas are like 16 degrees Celsius below normal. Let's take a look at our positive snow depth change forecast. Snow expected to fall in Colorado, Utah, Wyoming, Idaho, Montana, Oregon, and Washington. And it looks like they've upgraded some of this Montanan snow here. Now they're calling for about 3 feet in isolated areas there near the Canadian border. Yowzers. So that was the GFS model. Let's take a look at the European model. There's the next 24 hours of new snow. And there is the next 3 days. Let's zoom in here and get a quick reading here. So the Euro model still calling also for about 3 feet. So you can expect to see 3 feet of snow there in parts of Montana. Yowzers. That is berserk. As summer approaches, it's, yeah. SmashAmash.com is where you can find all kinds of links. You can find links to the Smash team, our social media, our Redbubble shop, our YouTube page, and more. Thanks to everybody who's tuned in and contributed and so on. Give Smash staff a raise by becoming a patron or by becoming a paid member of the Smash team at the gold or silver level. You can find all of our videos if you're not seeing them in your feed at smashamash.com/Smash team. Just click on posts and you'll see all kinds of public posts there. It's not for paid subscribers only. Next, looking at the U.S. Doppler radar map here at radar.weather.gov, we'll close things out with the lower 48 detailed breakdown. Here's what's going on now. There's some snow falling in some of those places, as you can see, like parts of Washington. Here is your shortwave radiation map showing clouds and fog. And there is your water vapor map showing all of the water vapor. And you can see, as I said, there's this cold air rushing down from Erie and Ontario, making the Lehigh Valley a bit on the cold side. Here's your recap. U.S. Doppler radar. Shortwave radiation in 3.9 nanometers, showing clouds and fog, and water vapor. And you can see these systems here, this severe weather expected to continue to move in a pretty straight northeasterly sort of a route. Thanks for tuning in to the Smash News Network, least busted name in news. Hopefully those facts weren't too inconvenient for you. As we sign off, may those terrestrial winds be at your back.